Hello students of class 10th, how are you? I hope you all are fit and fine. So dear students, let us continue with chapter 8, The Hack Driver, written by Sinclair Lewis. So dear students, as of now, we have seen in this chapter that the narrator had just started practicing as a lawyer, but he has never received any case for study. So mostly he is sent for serving the summon on people. He is not happy with his job because in his village he was famous as a lawyer, but here he is working like a clerk. He is working as a clerk. So that is why in this story the narrator does not like his job. So one day he was sent to serve summons on a person whose name is Oliver Lutkins. Oliver Lutkins. One day the narrator was sent to serve summon on Oliver Lutkins. Oliver Lutkins was a very clever person in this story. So when narrator reached the station, he found a hack driver who welcomed him in a very friendly manner. So the narrator was very impressed by that hack driver. Then he fixed a deal that he would pay $2 per hour, and the hack driver would help him to find Oliver Lutkins out. Okay, so now they started searching Oliver Lutkins. So wherever they went for Lutkins, they inquired about him. They found that Lutkins had just left that place. So they first went to Fitz's shop, then Gustav's shop. So thus they went shop to shop, but they did not find Oliver Lutkins. So let us continue the story and come to know what happened next in the story. Will they find out Oliver Lutkins? Will the narrator be able to take him back with him to the city or not? So you must have enjoyed the beginning of the story, and I'm sure you will enjoy a lot the end of the story when you will get to know that the hack driver himself was Oliver Lutkins. So it's really interesting how he made him a fool, how he made a fool of him, and he sent him back by afternoon train. Okay, he himself was Oliver Lutkins, but he did not let the narrator know that he was Oliver Lutkins. And narrator returned to his returned to court and reported there he did not find out Lutkins. So how Lutkins was caught, how Lutkins was found out, so it's really interesting. You will get to know in the remaining part of this story. So one thing, students, why I have written the character's name here, so because many students I found last year when they were writing the answers, when they were writing the name of this character, so they were using Lutkin. They were considering that Lutkins is a plural. So it is not singular or plural. Okay, it is a proper noun and it is name of the character Oliver Lutkins, not Lutkin. Okay, his name is Oliver Lutkins. Okay, keep it remember. So let us begin this story of Oliver Lutkins. But before beginning explanation, let me write some difficult words and their meaning from page number 50. Then we will continue. Okay. So now get ready with pen and paper and write these hard words and their meanings from page number 50. First word is greasy. Greasy. Greasy means oily. Greasy means oily. Next word is creek. Creek. Creek means small gulf. Gulf means student, it is घाटी. एक छोटी घाटी in Hindi it can be said. So a small gulf. Pastures. Next word is pastures means meadows. Okay, a grassland, meadows. Pastures means meadows. Next word is swearing. Swearing. Swearing means calling names. Calling names. Okay. Next word is laugher. Laugher. Laugher means a person who laughs. A person who laughs. Okay, so please note them down. Greasy means oily. Creek means a small gulf. Pastures means meadows. Swearing means calling names. Laugher means a person who laughs. So either you can take screenshot of it or you can pause the video and write these words and their meanings down. So I hope dear students, you have either written them down or you have taken out the screenshot. So now I am going to read out and explain. Okay students. Okay, let's start. So now it was the time of afternoon and the narrator was feeling hungry. Narrator now he was feeling hungry. So he said, how about to eat? I suggested. So the narrator suggested now it was the time of lunch. He was feeling angry, so he decided to eat something. Let's go to a restaurant and I'll buy you lunch. He said, okay, let's go to restaurant and I'll buy you lunch. Well, I ought to go home to the wife. He said, I want to go to home to wife. I want to I want to eat homemade food. The hack driver said he wanted to eat homemade food, so that is why he wanted to go to home to his wife. I don't care much for these restaurants. Only 4 of them and they are all bad. He said there are only 4 restaurants there. There are only 4 restaurants are there and they all are bad. Tell you what we will do. Then he said, you suggest what we should do. We will get the wife to pack up a lunch for us. She won't charge you more than $50, and it would cost you more for a greasy meal in a restaurant. So he said, I would tell my wife, she would prepare a lunch for us and she would pack lunch for us, and it would not cost you more than $50. So the hack driver was very clever. First, he was earning money by fooling him. In his hack, he was just wandering here and there with the narrator and fooling him, taking him here and there. And now he said, going restaurant is fruitless. Okay, so I would go to my wife and she would pack lunch for us and she would not pay more than $50. So here earlier he was charging for hack, now he was planning to charge for food. So how clever the hack driver is in the story. Okay, and we will go up the Waits hill and enjoy the view while we eat. And he suggested that we will go to the Waits hill and we will enjoy the lunch there. So before moving on, let us go through these questions. What more does Bill say about Lutkins and his family? So let us read and find out. Does the narrator serve the summons that day? Who is Lutkins? So answer to all these three questions we will able to get to know after finishing the chapter. But before, let us discuss answers to those questions which were asked in the beginning of this chapter. Why is the lawyer sent to New Mullion? What does he first think about the place? So the lawyer is sent to New Mullions to serve summons on Oliver Lutkins. What does he first think about the place? So he first thinks that the place would be peaceful as it was far from the city. Who befriends him? Where does he take him? So a hack driver on the station, a hack driver befriends him and he takes him to look for Lutkins. What does he say about Lutkins? He says that Lutkins is a cheat. Once he borrows money, he never pay back. Okay, and he can be found playing poker, and he also suggests barber shop. So these are some informations which he shares with the narrator. Okay. Yes, student. I know that Bill's helpfulness to the young fellow from the city was not entirely a matter of brotherly love. He said, I know that Bill's helpfulness towards him to a young fellow was the narrator himself. So he said, I know that Bill's helpfulness to the young fellow, to the narrator from the city was not entirely a matter of brotherly love. It was not entirely a brotherly love. I was paying him for his time as he was being paid for his time. In the end, I paid him for 6 hours including the lunch hour at what was then a very high price. So at the end of the day, at the end of the 6 hours, the narrator, including lunch hour, the narrator paid him at what was then a very high price. So narrator paid him a high price, but he was no more dishonest than I, he said. But the hack driver Bill was no more dishonest than the narrator itself. I charged the whole thing to the firm. So he said, I charged the whole, I have paid what he had paid to the hack driver to Bill. So he charged the same to the firm. But it would have been worth paying him myself to have his presence. But it would have been worth paying him myself to have his presence. But he said that, but if I would have paid him, so even though I would not have felt about it. His cheerful country wisdom was very refreshing to a country boy like myself who was sick of the city. He said, so the way Bill Magnuson, the way the hack driver was behaving was really friendly, and especially for me it was a very good experience. His cheerful, as we sat on the hilltop looking over the pastures and creek which slipped among the trees, he talked of New Mullion. So when the narrator as well as the hack driver Bill Magnuson, when they were sitting on the hilltop looking over the pastures, looking over the meadows and small gulf, so he was telling him everything about New Mullion and painted a picture in words of all the people in it. And he painted a picture of all the people who lived in New Mullion. He noticed everything, but no matter how much he might laugh at people, he also understood and forgave their foolishness. So he noticed everything. He noticed everything in people, and he was making fun of the people who lived in New Mullion. So they both and most of out of them, so mostly it was Bill Magnuson who was laughing on the people of New Mullion. So thus they were talking about New Mullion, and the hack driver was telling him everyone who lived in New Mullion, and he was enjoying, laughing. He described the minister's wife who sang the loudest in church when she was most in debt. He informed about minister's wife who was singing in church loudly when her husband or she herself was in debt. He commented on the boys who came back from the college in fancy clothes. He also made a comment on boys who were coming back from their colleges in fancy dress, fancy clothes. He told about the lawyer whose wife could never succeed in getting him to put on both a collar and a tie on the same day. He also told him about the lawyer whose wife was, had never been able to put collar and tie together. So thus, our students, a hack driver discloses all the funny things about New Mullion the way people were behaving who lived in New Mullion. So he told each and everybody, he told him about everybody who lived in New Mullion, how funny they were, how funny the lawyer's wife who could not put the collar and tie together, and how funny the minister's wife who were singing loudly when she was in debt. So all these things are related to the people of New Mullion. So he told to the narrator. Okay, he told the narrator all these things. Not told to, it's told only. Actually, we mostly use to, so it naturally comes out. But we never use to after told. Okay, it is said to, but not told to. Told. Okay, told the narrator. Okay. Yes. Now he made them all live. On that day, I came to know New Mullion better than I did the city, and to love it better. So he made them live. So the way he was describing about the people, it seemed him live. He was, thinking that as if he was looking at the people in front of him. The way he was describing the people of New Mullion, and he started liking the place. The narrator started loving the place New Mullion. But didn't know about colleges and cities. But he had travelled around a lot of the country, and Bill didn't know about colleges and cities. Bill Magnuson did not know about colleges and cities, but he had travelled around a lot of the country and had a lot of jobs, and he did a lot of jobs. From his adventures, he had brought back a philosophy of simplicity and laughter. He strengthened me. So dear students, he said from his adventures he brought back a simplicity and laughter, a philosophy of simplicity and laughter, which gave the narrator a strength. It strengthened the narrator. So thus, students, the narrator enjoyed a lot. The narrator in New Mullion, because of Bill, he enjoyed a lot. We left the peaceful scene of meadows and woods and resumed our search of Oliver Lutkins. So once again they resumed their search for Oliver Lutkins and made him admit what he guessed. Oliver's gone out to his mother's farm 3 miles north. So he said Oliver has gone out to his mother's farm 3 miles north. They came to know that Oliver has gone out to his mother's farm, which was 3 miles north. We drove out there laying plains. So through laying plains, they moved towards Oliver Lutkins' mother's farm. So now students, look at page number 51, but before explaining this page, let me write some difficult words and their meanings from page number 51, then I will start reading an explanation. Okay. Swearing. Swearing means calling back. Swearing means here calling it is back. Okay. Retired. Retired means went back. Peering. Peering means peeping inside. Peeping inside. Farm guard. Farmyard, sorry. Farmyard. An outside wall. Farmyard means an outside wall of a farmhouse. Okay. That is farmyard. Next word is carter. Carter, C-A-R-T-E-R. Carter means coachman. Carter means coachman. Next word is barn. Barn means granary, where crops are kept. Reasonably. Next word is reasonably, means fairly. Reasonably means fairly or quite a sensible way, or fairly, it's okay. Okay. Reasonably means reasonable means fairly. So these students, please note them down. Swearing means calling back. Retired means went back. Peering means peeping inside. And farmyard means an outside wall of a farmhouse. Carter means coachman. Barn means granary. And reasonable means fairly. So please note them down, or you can take the screenshot. So I hope you have written them down. Okay. Now look at your book at page number 51, paragraph 1. I know Oliver's mother. She is a terror. Bill sighed. Now Will's taking a long breath. He said, I know Oliver's mother. I know Oliver Lutkin's mother. She is a terror. She said, Oliver Lutkin's mother is a terror. I took a trunk out there for her once, and she almost took my skin off because I didn't treat it like a box of eggs. She said, once I took a trunk for him, but she was beating me this way as if she took my skin off. She bet me the way as she would took my skin off because I did not treat that trunk as a box of egg. She is about 9 feet tall. So Bill told that Lutkin's mother was about 9 feet tall and 4 feet thick, and quick as a cat, and she sure can talk. I'll bet Oliver heard that somebody's chasing him and he has gone on there to hide behind his mother's skirts, he said. So Oliver might have come to know that we are looking for him, so he must be hiding behind her mother's farmhouse, because her mother is very terrorizing lady. She is a terror. She is 9 feet tall and 4 feet thick. So thus Bill Magnuson made him afraid of Oliver Lutkin's mother. Well, we will try her, but you had better let me do it, boy. He said, okay, let's see and try her. But Bill said, you had better to stay outside. Okay, you had better to linger. Okay, and I would try. You may be great at literature and law, but you haven't had real training in swearing. He said, you would be great literature you would be great in literature and at literature and at law, but you have not you haven't had real training in swearing, in calling back. Okay, students, so mark till here. So it's all about today's video. In my next video I will finish this chapter. I will also discuss question answers and other exercises of this chapter, and I hope you must have enjoyed the story and you will enjoy the end of the story. So thank you students for watching the video. See you tomorrow.